"Damn you all!" he sobbed, his whole body trembling. "Damn you all!" A picture arose in his mind of his mother and sister in Manchester. They would have been watching the programme, perhaps with neighbours. There was a news camera down in the yard below him, pointing up at his window. Yes, they would be watching now, white-faced and ashamed, hands over mouths. The neighbours would have crept away and dashed to their houses and television sets. Everyone from Chambers, everyone in the Conservative Party would be watching. His wife, she was watching too, and her father would be saying, "Told you so. Something not quite top drawer about your Ashley. Thought so from the first." Oliver Delft, he would have watched, and already he would have scratched Ashley's name from his list of useful contacts. The news would have got round the Carlton Club, and they would all be crowded into the television room, watching. Everybody would watch him being led away, and everybody would watch his trial. No, they would not. No one would watch him. No one. The doorbell rang again, and a distorted voice, amplified by a megaphone, called up from the street below. "Mr. Barson Garland, my name is Superintendent Wallace. Please let us into the house. The yard will be cleared of cameras and press, you have my word." Ashley stumbled into the kitchen. His Sabatier knives gleamed invitingly. Those few friends that he had knew Ashley to be a fine cook. His knives, like everything else about him, were perfect. He pulled one from its wooden block and returned to his study, crying like a child. All his life, he realized, he had felt like an antelope being chased by a lion. The hot, stinking breath of fate had pursued him close, but he had always found new spurts of speed, dazzling new zigzags of energy and wit that had kept the beast away. Now he was finally being shaken in its jaws, and he didn't care. Damn them! Damn them all! It wasn't his fault. He had never chosen to be who he was. He had never chosen to be ugly, to be bald, to be not quite top drawer, to be attracted by youth, to be socially inept, to be despised by the arrogant ease and vanity of them with their flops of silky hair and flops of silky charm. Damn them all! He pushed the knife into his throat and twisted it round and round and round. At the same time, he heard the door downstairs being beaten open and saw, through the jets of blood pumping from his neck, that his computer had come to life. He imagined, and it must have been imagination, that he read these words crawling across the screen like ticker tape from left to right in bright red letters. "Ned Madstone sends you to hell." His mind had time to wonder why, in the delirium of his last moments on this mean earth, the name of Ned Madstone should have come to him. Perhaps it was appropriate. Ned had been the archetype of them, the very pattern book of ease and flop-fringed assurance. Ashley died, cursing the name and the very thought of Ned Madstone. Simon Cotter locked his office door and descended the stairs 3 at a time, slapping his thigh as he went. 3, he whispered. Albert and the others were still crowded around the television. They turned expectantly as Simon approached. "I couldn't raise him on the phone," he said. "He must have disconnected himself. Oh, look, the BBC is being coy. Have you tried Sky News?" Albert found the remote control, and they all gazed up at the screen as live pictures played of a stretcher being rushed through the smashed front door of Barson Garland's London townhouse. Simon made a note to himself to call the editor of the LEP first thing. There was much to be attended to, an obituary, a new voice of reason, so many little things.